Hey guys, I'm Joel. In this video, I'm gonna be going over these wheels that I just got yesterday for $200. These are BMW style 42 wheels. They're stock two-piece wheels that come on BMWs. It's off of an E39. I think it was like a 530 or 5 something. It's off of a 5 series and they're bolted on. So I want to try and remove the faces, redo everything on the whole lip and get them back to polished because the black, I really don't like black wheels. I think that BMW wheels should stay polished lip and it's gonna look way cleaner because as you can tell, these came off of basically a junk car. I got them for $200 and they're really dirty. So I wanna try and transform them, see how good I can make them look because I'm gonna put them on my E46 Wagon right here. I think if they fit, I don't actually know if they fit yet. It's gonna look really good with the polished lip 17-inch wheel. These are currently 16s and it'll be kind of matching my E30 with the polished lip look. I got all 4 wheels here now at the car wash. I just want to give a nice before and after because I really don't know how much dirt is actually gonna come off of this. So if it actually ends up cleaning up nicely, this is a before. I came to the car wash because the pressure washer here is way stronger than the one that I have at home, but I think this is the roughest wheel out of them all. I tried to come in closely. Oh damn, yeah, the paint actually chipped off of this one, so I'm gonna have to at least redo this face, but I think this is the best one out of them all. The face is in really good condition, it looks like, but they cleaned up pretty decently. They still have, I don't know, that looks like pretty good stains. I got most of the dirt off. Now I can bring them to dismount the tires. Got the wheels dropped off. Brought them to Town Fair Tire because I called them and they said they did unmounting tires for free, no charge to customer. Not bad. So free unmount, then after I can start getting into disassembling them all. Right now I'm trying to decide between keeping the faces the same color or going a little bit darker silver, but I've been looking at it for like 10 minutes now and I think they're gonna have to stay the same color because when that lip is polished, I don't know, it just looks cool with the silver body and the silver faces. So these are actually triple square bolts, not Torx. So it's literally 3 squares inside of each other and it's a special bit. If you don't use this bit, you will 100% strip a bolt. And they don't sell these bolts separately, so everyone's saying be careful. I'm gonna try and be careful. I got this kit off of Amazon. For one, it was like $11, and for the whole kit, it was like $20. So I was like, I'm spending $10 more and getting the whole kit. Like, what? These have Loctite in them. I heard someone say in a video that if you get the bolt up to 200 degrees, it breaks the Loctite loose. So got this little thing here, and let's see how this works. I don't want to just overheat it too much. Like it's already 150 degrees. Yeah, I think, I see like it's cooling down so quick because it's dispersing, but is that enough? That was enough. These are some really nice bolts. And they even say BBS right on it. These are really nice, damn. Now I want to take the face off. Here we go. Damn, it's so much lighter. That face is actually pretty heavy. Oh yeah, so I'm gonna be able to clean all this up and get that out real nice and polished. I'm gonna try and clean it up as best as I can. That's the process that I'm gonna take for each wheel. I'm just gonna go ahead and get all 3 of those done as well so that I can clean them all at the exact same time. This wheel is a lot crustier than the other one. I had to use some heat around the outside of the barrel right there to knock the face out. That one took a lot of heat and some PB around the whole seam. This, oh, it's hot. It's hot up here and I was heating down there. That's how much heat it took. This is the condition of the wheel before. This is so bad. And this is the face right here. The face isn't as bad, but there's like some bubbling on the right there. And it's like peeling on some of them, like right there, it's bubbling a little. So now I can come in, this is what I was talking about, it's like peeling. So I'd rather just fully redo the faces and paint them this silver again. I can come in now with some degreaser and some red Scotch pads, and the degreaser will help loosen all this nasty stuff up. My hose is messed up. I need to get a new extender, but it's not too bad. It's clean at least. This is like a plastic wire wheel. I don't know if this is gonna do good or bad for it, but seems like the thing that everyone does is just cuts this clean off like that. And then that pulls out. Wow, I was hitting this with the wire wheel. Ow, that's why I gotta put my jeans on. I can go out and get these sandblasted and powder coated, but for the faces, I think it's $35 to get the faces sandblasted, and then another $35 to get it powder coated. So it would be like $300 to do just the faces, and then I'd have to do all the work for the lips, and these wheels were only $200. So I just want to try and make these curb rashes smooth, but I don't want to go too crazy trying to fill anything in, because I do want to drift on these wheels. I just want them to be good looking, but if I hit a curb with these, I don't really care. So I got the barrel and faces rinsed off. This is how clean I'm gonna get all of them, so that I can get it ready for the paint stripping phase. I don't want any dirt introduced in there. Just to show, this is how dirty that wheel was right there. I forgot how destroyed these were. Oh yeah, let me transform these. Yeah, for the barrels, this is the truth. I'm gonna just go in and destroy them. That wire wheel came in and went crazy. It actually left it with no major bumps. Damn, I didn't realize I was grinding right here, throwing hella dust at the E30. Oh, what? Look at it. That was a 5-minute clip, and the whole wheel's clean now in 5 minutes. I like how fast that wire wheel works. On my channel, I really love just trying new things for myself, even if other people say that they've had bad experiences with it, because I want to see how it works for me, and I want to see why actually it is a bad experience. So I want to refinish these wheels. I want to see how possible it is. I want to do this because if I get a really nice set of wheels, I don't consider these very nice because they're in really rough shape, but if I get some really nice expensive wheels and this goes well for me, I'll know that, oh, I can refinish wheels, and I'll know exactly how long it'll take as well, because that's like the biggest thing, how long it takes to do this. But I do really enjoy learning on my own and just going through things and figuring out what works and what doesn't work, and I like to go through that journey with you guys together. So I'm hoping that I can get a decent result out of these wheels. Also, I do want to paint the barrels first so that I can see if these scratches are too deep, because if they're not too deep and the primer kind of fills all that in, then I want to use the same wire wheel to strip the paint off of the faces, because like right here there's like some crustiness under the surface of the paint. Like right here, it's only a matter of time till this starts just chipping off of the front. Like all that is paint coming off. So I definitely need to redo these faces. I'm gonna be using this stripper from Home Depot. It's like some gel that you need to just smear onto the wheel with a brush right here, and then you let it sit for 15 minutes. I do have a respirator on because this is no joke. All right, we're all messed up. I think I applied it too thin, so I'm gonna just go on and glob it because it's been like 10 minutes. I put the cleanest faces on the wheel with no lip, and oh, it looks so good. I can't wait to see these done, but they're still not 100%. Pretty good amount of curb rash too, but that curb rash is staying. I'm not using any filler to fill that in. I read on some forums, some guy said, good luck getting BMW clear coat off of the wheels. And I was like, no one else had that problem, that's weird. But now, I've done about 5 coats of the stripper on these 3, and it won't take any of this. It's just chipping away the clear coat and just exposing how truly bad the finish of these wheels actually are. There's rash everywhere. These are just so bad. Pitting everywhere. All this, I think, is just pitting. So I'm thinking the only way to save these is to hit it with the wire wheel and pray that I can polish it out afterwards. But like, I mean, it's kind of coming off, but it's not coming off well enough. I'm pretty sure this type of wire wheel does less damage than the one that those does. So I'm gonna hit it with this and see what happens, because I can't find any information about if people wire wheel their lips. So I'm thinking there's no saving these right now, but there's a slight chance after I wire wheel it. This is gonna be so much work. It's actually working. I just hope that I'm actually able to polish these after, because I'm just installing so many scratches with this thing, but anything will look better than this right now. This wheel now has a lot of scratches. So since I already messed the wheel up, I'm just gonna go at it with some 500 grit sandpaper and see if I can get all the other stuff and remaining of the clear coat out. I knocked it down to 220 grit because I don't really care anymore. I'm just gonna go at it, and I just want to remove all this quick. So in supply so far, the other night I spent $25 on the paint stripper, the little putty spatula thing, these pads, and like some other thing for the wheels. And then now I spent another 25, more putties, this. Hopefully this abrasive wheel doesn't leave too many marks and is good at taking it off clear. And then just some more sandpaper. And I got 100 just in case if this is too much, I can go at it crazy with 100 grit. If I can save these wheels somehow, I would be so surprised. But this is how much I'm at right now. If I can get this to be kind of somewhat polished, I will be extremely surprised, because they go from that to this, and then if I can just get the scratches out. So I'm just using this wheel as the test wheel now, because I think it's totaled. I want to see how good I can bring it back from being totaled. And I used a whole lot of 220 grit sandpaper, and I spent like an hour trying to get it. I was getting pretty close, but it wasn't to the final. It was like 80% of the way there. Getting rid of these dark pitted spots, can't really see it in the light. It's like a lot more visible in the dark, but I don't know if you guys can see that right there. So I'm just gonna come in with a wire wheel, get rid of all those nasty pits, and even if it has a little bit of scratches from the wire wheel, in the finished result, I won't really mind that. As long as it's one color all the way through, I think that's all I really care about. I hope you guys can see that, but to me, I think this is better having scratches than this having it be all pitted and nasty. So I'm gonna do the whole wheel with this wire wheel. So my dad saw me grinding the wheels at home, and he was like, I have my dad was like, I have this machine at work. So he has this thing that spins around this thing, and apparently it polishes an aluminum really well. So I'm gonna try and use that little polisher and get rid of the clear coat, see how well it takes it off, because this is almost there. It's coming off a little bit. This is the machine that we needed to be using the whole time. This is taking the clear coat off like nothing now.
Damn. What's up, everybody? Here with my brother, behind the scenes.
way behind me. Way.
They're not gonna understand what that means.
They're not gonna. You guys aren't gonna understand, but you know, after the editing, you're gonna understand.
Way behind.
So I made it home, and these took a lot of grinding to get them even just decent. Here they are here. These are the lips. They're a lot better than what they were, but they still do have a little bit of the pitting that I was talking about. And I'm gonna come in with a wire wheel, a metal wire wheel, to just dig in deep and get those black spots out, because I don't want it to be noticeable. These were in a lot worse condition than I thought. That black paint masked a lot of the bad stuff on this. So as of right now, these are not worth it. I would not have gotten these if I knew it was gonna be this much work. I used this drill here and went crazy on the whole lip on the inside of the wheels, and it actually cleaned up pretty nicely. So I think these are gonna actually turn out pretty good. But yeah, I thought that these wheels were totaled when I took the paint off of the lips, but they somehow managed to actually clean up. These wheels are now ready to get polished and get worked up the grits. I'm probably gonna start at 220, then work my way up to 400, 500, and all the way up. Putting a face in the wheel. Damn. That's not even polished lip. So they're gonna look pretty good. And I need to redo these faces now, so I'm gonna use a wire wheel exactly how I was just going and take all the paint off of this face right here and scuff it all up. This is like chipping paint, so this just needs a wire wheel. And since I'm gonna do it to these three, I'm also gonna do it to this one so that they all match in color. I do want to see what this wire wheel will do to it first before jumping to this, because this thing is really destructive. Damn, just to show, look at how crazy this one is. I'm definitely gonna have to just use this one because that other one wasn't really doing anything. That's the finish it's gonna leave it at. I think that's gonna be what primer adheres best to. I'm not really sure if that's gonna be visible after the primer though. This is my first big project with sanding, so I'm experimenting a whole bunch of different things, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't work, because that's the only way to learn. Just going through it, seeing what's too abrasive, seeing what's not abrasive enough, just going through the process. I think this is really fun. It's very time consuming, but I like learning new stuff. One of the main reasons why I like doing experience instead of just reading about it is because once you actually start doing it, you have to question little things like, do I have to just scratch the paint up, or do I have to peel all the paint off? Like, that's only one of the questions that you would question when you're doing the job, not when you're reading it. This right here is the definition of good enough. I've touched every piece of the wheel except for like a little bit on the inside right here, and one of them right here where it's like chipping a little still. But if I wanted perfect, I would have got these powder coated. So this is ready for paint now. 3 more faces and then polish these lips. It's like 3 days later now, and I finally think I'm done with the prep work for paint. I got all the faces stripped with the wire wheel, and then after I came in, I started with this wire wheel, then I worked my way up, got tight areas with this, and then I did the red scotch by hand. And I think it's ready for paint now. But I'm using self-etching primer. I should be using probably filler primer because there's a lot of deep scratches, but I have 2 of these, and then I'm gonna be using engine paint because I already have it, aluminum color. So these are the cans that I'm gonna use, and I'm gonna get 2 cans of clear coat because I'm gonna clear these and I'm gonna clear the lips for the barrels. So as of right now, I'm like a week into this. Way too much work. Way too much work. If you're gonna do this, just get them sandblasted and powder coated. It is not worth saving the money to do this, unless if you're absolutely so bored that you just have nothing better to do. Sure, but this is painful. I'm gonna get all the sanding dust off of them so I can get the first layer of primer on them. Some wax and grease remover. I found another can of self-etching primer, so now I have 3 of them. It's kind of windy right now, and this is not the best place to be painting, right next to trees when it's windy, but It's all that I have. So I'm gonna try and get some primer on these, and I don't know. These things are done anyways. Anything is better than what they are. It's like very light. I just want to let that sit for 5 minutes, and then I'll come back for the second coat. But while I'm waiting, I'm gonna just get the other 3 as well. Now just one more coat. These are coming out so bad. Entirely my fault too. The wire wheel is just too much for it. This is definitely a job to just get powder coated. This is too much effort for it to still look like shit. So now while the faces dry off from the primer, I can start wet sanding another barrel. I'm gonna start with 100 grit because I just gotta try it. So I'm gonna start at the valve stem hole so I know where the beginning and end is. Now using 400 grit, it's getting pretty cold. It's about 60 degrees outside and this water is freezing. So I gotta try and hurry up with this. This is taking way too long. 500 grit, 800 grit now, 1000 grit now, 1200 grit. And I'm super over this. I have 2 more lifts that I have to do this whole sanding process on. It's so bad. I regret this. Finally, all that work just for 1 lip. This is the definition of putting lipstick on a pig, but these wheels are totaled. But I'm working with what I got. I have them, so I'm not gonna put them to waste. Just to show exactly what I'm talking about, all that pitting is from oxidization. Big word. But the face does sit till about right here, so only this much is gonna show. But whatever, it's gonna do the job. I've let the primer sit for a day now, and this is the biggest disaster that I've ever done. It looks so bad. I don't know if you guys can pick it up on camera, but it is so bad. So I'm just gonna hit it with some 500 grit sandpaper, and yeah, I'm over this. I'm so tired of this. I'm gonna hit it very lightly. It looks like it's taking all of the primer off. I don't know. This is such a disaster, bruh. I'm gonna use some alcohol now to clean up the whole surfaces. I'm done with this. I am done trying to make this a nice paint job or a decent. It's gonna be junk regardless what I do. So the can says use that temperatures between 60 and 95. It's 55, and when humidity is less than 60%, humidity is 58%. So this is gonna be a disaster. That's basically what that means. I just want to stop working on this. It's been way too long. All right, I guess here goes nothing. It's been 15 minutes since I coated this one, so I'm gonna do another light coat. These probably look good from afar, but I can promise you guys, these are horrible. Oh no! Like, look at that. But from back here, they look pretty good. I don't even want to spray any clear on it, but I'm not gonna stop now. Like, it looks so, this is so bad. So I got the faces all painted up, clear coated, everything. All the barrels finally are ready for polish. I'm gonna use the Wagon aluminum polish from Mother's with this cone. So just gonna put some polish on there, and then to come in with that and just buff it on. Tap it on, like, I guess I'm gonna try it like that. I don't think that's the right way. I just rubbed my hand on there. Hey, that's not too bad.
Wow.
Damn,
It's
you
not
got some
bad.
big ass chips.
I'm just gonna dab it onto the whole wheel. It looks like it's dirty still. It looks so much of a richer, more rich color. Yeah, they're not the worst. I'm gonna leave it like that though. It doesn't deserve any more effort.
It'll look good in distance too.
Yeah. So here they are. This is what the final look is gonna be. The clear coat's over this. I just need to clear coat the lip and they'll be done. Finally I'll be done. I'm gonna just bang these out off camera and then I have to do the hardware. I'm definitely gonna put clear coat over these because they're gonna get nasty so quickly if I don't protect them. My guy Matt is here helping me put some tape into the threads because knowing my luck, when I go to put the clear coat on, these bolts won't fit if they're full of clear coat. So I'm not risking it. I'm gonna spray some clear on this, hope for the best. I got the hardware here all in a bag. I'm gonna use some distilled white vinegar, throw it in this container and shake it around like crazy. I'm actually pretty pissed about this because I was going off of the fact that, oh, the lips are destroyed. The lips are totaled. I'm thinking no matter what I do, the lips are gonna look like shit. But no! The lips look amazing. They came out so much better than I thought that they were gonna come out. Like, this is crazy. And then over here, all of them are like this. That other one on the table was the nicest one, but still, they all look really good. And then the part that I'm an asshole, which you guys already know I'm an asshole, the faces are destroyed. The faces are destroyed. So now I'm over here thinking, oh yeah, it doesn't matter how bad the faces are because the lips are gonna look bad too. No, the lips look amazing. And here I have the bolts in the vinegar sitting for 24 hours and the bolts are brand new. I shook it like every 30 minutes for like an hour and a half while I was in the garage. I was also thinking, oh, the hardware won't be that nice anyways also, so it doesn't matter if I mess the faces up. Turns out the hardware is brand new. I rinsed it with water. It doesn't have the vinegar smell anymore. The hardware is brand new. Oh my god. It looks so nice. I just have really ugly faces on decent wheels. But whatever, it's a drift car. So I'm going to put red Loctite on these and torque them all down to 25 foot-pounds. I'm gonna torque it to 22 foot-pounds. So I got them done in just about an hour and they actually look a lot better than I thought they would look. The hardware and the BMW logo is just crazy. That BMW logo just adds so much to the wheel. Like that little bit of blue and white is just perfect. That's why I love these color wheels. Like they just stick out a lot compared to black wheels. They look pretty good from afar. Now I gotta just wait till the tires come and I can get them mounted. So here's a good before shot of how mediocre this car looks. The wheels, I think, are gonna do a very big difference. Yeah, I think the wheels are gonna do very good. And here they are. I got some line hearts on them. They're 205, 45, 17. And because they're just 205s, this is an aspect ratio 45 related to 205. So 235, 45 is different sidewall because it's related off of how much millimeter tread you have. So kind of confusing, but they look good. I also have a set of 4 hub-centric rings. It turns it from 74.1 to 72.6. So when you get new wheels, you need to make sure that the inside of this is the same size as the hub right there. Sometimes you'll need to run a little adapter like that, or sometimes you just can't run the wheel because the hub is too big for the wheel. That is a very close fit. That is very close. I'm gonna have to add some camber by the looks of it. Not bad, actually. Boys are hard.
Mulch with them, right?
You don't fuck with them after I step on them.
These are my favorite fours.
Show the camera.
It's gonna look fire as fuck.
Come on, I know you want to watch the end result.
Nah, I gotta be up.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I'm late.
You don't have to though. Peace. Shit.
Finish it right now.
Hold that. Watch out. I changed my brother's exhaust manifold 2 years ago and it already cracked again. Last time it was cracked in half and now it's cracked in half again. Huh? Yeah. What?
I gotta show them the Fords.
That's what I said.
Oh, damn, bro.
I said show the camera and you just walked away.
I didn't even hear you. I didn't hear him say that. Y'all know about this. Must be. Damn, chill out.
He's into shoes, I'm into cars. Might as well just peep. Alright, let's see. Oh my god! Yo, it sunk so much. Yeah, that looks so much better. What gap?
Back gap.
What back gap? What gap? Are you saying this gap? Yeah? He said yeah. Tweak out. I'm not feeling that gap. That's perfect. Yo, it looks sick. Huh? Let me get the other side on real quick. I just need to get it out of the way.
Static life.
That is not. But the only thing that I can kind of see is this thing. It's sticking out super far. I don't know if the tires like maybe touching that. So this thing was what I was talking about. I just completely pulled the patch of my inner fender lining out. That's right, baby. I don't know. I guess that's. I'm gonna try and see if it's fixed. I don't know. That is definitely the back right now. This is very good news. I didn't realize on the other side, it is definitely rubbing on that little bracket right there. Yup. Omar got out and it just lifted up a little bit. So I'm gonna end this video here. I cannot bear to make this video any longer because it's already 34 minutes long. I cannot believe that I had this much footage just to do these wheels. But it was over 3 weeks of me working on these wheels. It was not worth it. It was not a thing that you can tell how long it took on camera, but it took a very long time. I had a t-shirt in the beginning of the video and a hoodie in the end of the video. That is crazy. The car is here though. It looks very good. I love it. I cannot get over how it looks. This is after the first drift event and they're pretty dirty. Kind of hide some of the scratches and imperfections, but they're still visible. The quarter panel is very close to the tire and it rubs, so I'm gonna take care of that situation later. And that's what the front looks like after a few hundred miles driving in a drift event. So she's very dirty. I appreciate you so much for getting to the end of this video. You do not believe how much it means to me. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, stay tuned for the drift event video, and yeah, thank you guys for watching.